This broadcast is brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, and fueled by the following.
Flicka's Tax Service. With tax season just around the corner, visit Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville, Mississippi, providing expert knowledge on all returns from 1040EZs to corporations as well as payroll. Flicka's Tax Service. Call 601-785-6900. Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints.
Having AC issues? Does your vehicle no longer drive like new? Head on over to Keys Automotive in Laurel. Keys Automotive specializes in repairing foreign and domestic vehicles. Keys Automotive, located at 623 Arco Lane in Laurel, or call Charles Keys at 601-649-0517. And hello and happy holidays, Tiger fans. Thank you for tuning in to this Week 5 episode of NEJ Tiger Talk, brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, and powered by Keys Automotive Services and Southeastern Baptist College in Laurel, as well as Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville. I'm the voice of the Northeast Jones Tigers, Kensley Keys, broadcasting live from Walker's Dairy Bar. Joining me is Tigers head basketball coach Kyle Robinson and the Scenic Productions, LLC, Week 5 Player of the Week, Mackenzie Frazier. Well, how you doing today, Coach?
Very good. It's always good to be here at Walker's and stuffed and full.
All right, I hear you, Coach. And how you doing today, Mackenzie?
Good.
All right, glad to have you. Well, Coach, before we get started, tell me and our listeners about your Christmas.
It was very good. Got to spend a lot of time with my son, Kason, here. And been traveling, got to see grandparents and this and that.
Yeah, nothing like spending time with family around the holidays. Well, let's get right into it, Coach. Well, it's been 4 games since we last talked, so give us your take on the progression of the season.
Well, we started with the young team with only about 3 of them getting any varsity action last year, so the leadership's, it's always been my voice, and I think we're starting to get, a couple of vocal leaders on the team, and so that's a great progression. I feel like we pressure the ball very good. We just probably need to understand when not to pressure it sometimes. But I think we're getting there. And, it's district time, so it's time to put up or shut up.
I hear you, Coach. Exactly. So being halfway through the season, what are things you feel the team has gotten better at, and what do you think are things that they still struggle with?
I think we kind of force the issue a lot. Defensively, we pressure the ball extremely well. A couple things we struggle at. We got our ball screen defense. We're going to change the way we do that. You keep doing the same things over and over. That's the definition of insanity. So we're going to make a change on how we guard ball screens. And, of course, you can always handle the ball and rebound better.
All right. It's definitely that. I mean, even throughout the season, the team can, whether they're struggling or doing well. I still believe that there are things that the team or player does well, and there's things that team or player struggles with. I mean, we're really never perfect in anything, but I mean, can always be that good team. When there's always that chance where you can have your struggles that show during the game, but as long as you're continuing to work towards letting the good things show out on the court, that's what really matters. Well, quickly, let's reflect on the games that were played during the week of Christmas. Let's start with Raleigh. Tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, the good, I think we shared the ball really well that game, so that meant we got a lot of open looks, and I think we nailed those down pretty good. The bad and the ugly, our man press wasn't very good, and the ugly, wow, they whooped our butts on the board that game. West Jones, it was a tale of 2 halves. We were great the second half and pretty bad the first half. We dug ourselves a deficit, but toward the end there, it just kind of felt like we ran out of time as opposed to lost, but we dug ourselves a hole. But they changed a lot of defenses, and I thought we handled that very well the second half. Lafayette, they're a big 5A school from up north. They had a big kid inside, about 6'5". I think all his points, he scored 14, and all of them came on his 7 offensive rebounds. But, it was a back and forth game there at the end, and we just got to do a better job of making sure our best players make plays down the stretch of those games. And then Ripley, they're the number 2 team. They're the number 2 team in 4A for a reason. They really frustrated us with their pressure defense, and that's the kind of defense that I think we have the ability to play, and we need to show here in January.
All right, but it's a lot of games there. I mean, I know in basketball, there's you have those games where they're just back to back to back. But kind of a off the record question: what do you think after playing those games, those amount of games in a short amount of time? What would you say that the mindset or the energy of the team is right now?
Well, you're only as good as the next time you play. Whether you're coming off a win or coming off a loss, you're only as good as the moment that you live in. And, that's a life lesson, just getting out of bed every day. You got to wake up with that attitude that you're going to win this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for the first game of the new year, the Tigers returned to the Jungle to take on the Richland Rangers. So what do you expect to see from this opponent?
Well, Richland, they're new to our district as well as Florence, and, they're a high-scoring team where, Ripley, they're probably a little bit better, but Ripley, they're more of a defensive-minded team, where Richland, they average 70 points a game. They got a kid that felt that he should have been a Danny Dozen selection. It averages about 20 a game, and they're going to press and play pressure defense as well, but that's just try to get the tempo up and down because they want to get up and down and score.
I hear you. Well, Coach, I definitely thank you for your insight. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to chat with the Scenic Productions LLC Week 5 Player of the Week, Junior Guard, Mackenzie Frazier. So stay locked right here on NEJ Tiger Talk. This broadcast is brought to you by Scenic Productions LLC and fueled by the following.
Flicka's Tax Service. With tax season just around the corner, visit Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville, Mississippi, providing expert knowledge on all returns from 1040 EZs to corporations as well as payroll. Flicka's Tax Service. Call 601-785-6900. Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints.
Having AC issues? Does your vehicle no longer drive like new? Head on over to Keys Automotive in Laurel. Keys Automotive specializes in repairing foreign and domestic vehicles. Keys Automotive, located at 623 Arco Lane in Laurel, or call Charles Keys at 601-649-0517. And welcome back to NEJ Tiger Talk, brought to you by Scenic Productions LLC and powered by Keys Automotive Services and Southeastern Baptist College in Laurel, as well as Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville. Well, before the break, we heard from head basketball coach Kyle Robinson, and now we turn our attention over to the Week 5 Player of the Game, Junior Guard Mackenzie Frazier. Well, Mackenzie, as we always do for our Players of the Week, start by giving our listeners a little information about yourself. So tell us, where you're from, your favorite college, favorite pro team or player.
My name is Mackenzie Frazier. I'm from Sandersville, Mississippi. I'm in 11th grade. Play point guard for Northeast Jones Tigers. My favorite college team is Oklahoma Sooners. The NBA is Sacramento King. My favorite guard is De'Aaron Fox. That's all, I think.
Okay. Good deal, man. It's like a lot of good names you got on that list there. Well, also, how was your Christmas break, and what did you do, and what gifts did you get?
It was pretty good. I just met my lot of family and just got money for Christmas.
You can't go wrong with money. I mean, that's the best gift there is, really. I mean, hey, with money you really get anything you want, but I used to prefer gift cards. I mean, sometimes, maybe not cash, but cash is kind of like more just so casual. But I mean, the gift of a gift card, hey, you can't really beat it. Well, Just to get into things, Mackenzie, you've been one of the most consistent shooters for the Tigers, and you've been known for making the lucky shots. So, and you're one that really comes to mind as when you think about the buzzer beater that led the Tigers to victory over the Heidelberg Oilers back in November. So, talk about what you believe makes you such a talented shooter.
If your shot don't fall, just keep shooting and work on your shot at practice and practice hard.
How would you describe your average week in practice? Like, what do you yourself really focus on in your mind?
Try to have less turnovers and pass the ball a lot more.
Okay, you definitely can't go wrong with that. I mean, passing the ball, just the last thing you want to be is a ball hog. I think that was my problem when I used to play in school and in the community. Everybody called me a ball hog, which I was good at stealing the ball, but I would never pass the ball. So I think that was my shortcoming. But now, while your game and skills are impressive, what is an area of your game that you feel has improved the most since the start of the season?
I feel like my defense has improved a lot more than it was.
Okay. Now, what is an area that you would say you're still working to get better at?
At visualizing the court a lot more, seeing everybody, and have less turnovers than I usually have.
Okay. And that's when you say visualizing the court a lot more. That's something that I think about when I'm at your games, and I see you carry the ball down the court, and I'm looking at your eyes most of the time, and I see your eyes. You're really scanning the court. So that's something that I really think about. Like, what is he thinking about as he's dribbling down the court? Is this a time where the play is, where he's making sure the play is getting set up the right way? Just to let you know, I really know nothing about basketball. Don't tell anybody, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows now. But I love the sport, just not really familiar with it, as I guess I should be. But well, Coach, as we do for every show, would you provide your scouting report of Mackenzie and tell us the type of player he is and what he really brings to the team?
Well, first off, the team's identity is going to be from their point guard, and that's one I like about. That's one of the things I like most about our team. He can get to the basket. He can score on all three levels. I like him to use up mid range a little more than he does, but he can hit the three, the mid range, and finish around the rim. Defensively, like you said, that's his biggest improvement, and he sets the tone for us there. Just needs to understand, one bad play, they're going to happen. You just can't let one bad play turn into 2 and 3. And I think once he does that, our team will do that, and we can go make a run for district championship, which I think we definitely have the capability. We played a tough schedule to get ready for that. The two new teams coming into our district from the Jackson area, they feel like they're the top teams in the state, and that's why we played the tough schedule that we have, just to get ready for them. And from here on out, it's just playing 4As and not the 5As that we've been playing.
I definitely understand that, Coach. Well, Kensley, great job this year. I enjoy seeing you on the court. I love the way you played, and especially when you get the ball in your hands. I mean, you never really know what's going to happen, but I know one thing, more than likely the ball is going to go on the hoop. But I mean, whether you're driving the lane or whether you're popping the three-pointer, I mean, it seems like magic always happens when you have the ball in your hands or just whenever you're on the court. So just keep up the good work, keep practicing hard, listen to coach, and all the things that makes a player successful and go far. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of NEJ Tiger Talk. And this is the final episode of 2019. We'll be back in 2020 for the future games. But before we go, I'd like to thank God for blessing Scenic Productions LLC with this successful broadcast. Thank you to our partners, Keys Automotive Services, Southeastern Baptist College, and Flicka's Tax Service. A special thank you to Walker's Dairy Bar for welcoming our broadcast and providing the delicious lunches. Thank you to you, Coach Robinson, and all the players of the week and our faithful listeners. And until next time, be safe while out celebrating the new year and have a blessed and prosperous new year. And I'm the voice of the Northeast Jones Tigers, Kensley Keys, signing off, and God bless. This broadcast is brought to you by Scenic Productions LLC and fueled by the following.
Flicka's Tax Service. With tax season just around the corner, visit Flicka's Tax Service in Taylorsville, Mississippi, providing expert knowledge on all returns from 1040EZs to corporations as well as payroll. Flicka's Tax Service. Call 601-785-6900. Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints.
Having AC issues? Does your vehicle no longer drive like new? Head on over to Keys Automotive in Laurel. Keys Automotive specializes in repairing foreign and domestic vehicles. Keys Automotive, located at 623 Arco Lane in Laurel, or call Charles Keys at 601-649-0517.